Welcome back. In this video, I will show you how to write an essay for the independent writing task. This essay is much different than the integrated writing task. It needs to be about 300 words long and can be a bit more difficult to complete in the 30-minute time limit. But by watching this video, I'm sure you'll get the hang of it and improve your score. If you remember the integrated writing task, you'll know that you had to contrast information from an article by using information from a lecture that you took notes on. In that writing task, you were able to rely on the information from both the reading and the lecture to write your essay. However, the independent essay requires that you write your opinion about a topic given to you. This can be more challenging because you won't have any sources other than yourself to help you write your essay. However, following a few steps will make writing this essay much easier. When you begin the independent writing task, you will be shown a question or prompt. The first step you need to take is to understand what the writing prompt is asking you to write about. The next step is to plan your essay. This means that you write down a very basic outline with your major supporting reasons and examples before you begin to write. This is one of the most important things to do so that you remember everything you want to write about. Basically, you must do this. Finally, you will begin to write your essay. Now, let's look at a sample writing prompt and analyze what they are really asking you to do. Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Parents are the best teachers. Use specific reasons and examples to support your answer. Remember, the first thing you need to do is to fully understand what is being asked of you. So let's break this question down. First, it is asking you if you agree or disagree. So your essay must contain the language I agree or I don't agree, or some variation of that like I believe or I don't think. Next, you need to talk about the topic. Parents are the best teachers. You need to think of the reasons why parents are or are not the best teachers. You also need to think about how to explain those reasons and some examples you can use as support. Now comes step 2. Write a short outline. Here's an example outline for an essay that agrees with the statement. Agree. Number 1. Parents know their children best. Number 2. Parents can teach children more skills than book knowledge, like honesty and hard work. 3. Children generally respect their parents more than their teachers. You'll notice that I left some spaces in between each of my major reasons. This is because after I have my major reasons, I need to explain the major reasons and add specific examples. Agree. Number 1. Parents know their children best. For example, they've raised them from babies, they know the likes and dislikes. My mother always knew how to get me to learn by using ice cream as a reward. Number 2. Parents can teach children more skills than book knowledge, like honesty and hard work. For example, parents are a good example of people in society. This is not taught in schools. Children see the results in real life. For example, my father taught us to be honest and hardworking by working every day, being honest with customers. 3. Children generally respect their parents more than their teachers. Parents are more understanding than the teachers. Children don't respect teachers, the child stops learning. Children respect parents and trust what they say. This equals better learning. For example, my dad explaining math used his business as an example. It made much more sense than my teacher. My teacher was too old and only used books. After you have written your outline, you can begin to write your essay. Your essay should begin with an introduction, have one body paragraph for each idea you discuss, and have a conclusion. If you have 3 body paragraphs that are properly supported, an introduction, and a conclusion, you will have 300 words easy. The introduction needs to answer the prompt in the thesis statement and begin with a general statement of the topic. For example, over the past 100 years or so, education has gone from being family-based or homeschooling to a more formal education that was offered by the state or government. From that time until now, people have debated which form provided the best education. Some believed that an education was best if taught at home, and others felt that it was best if part of an educational system. I don't know which system is better, but I believe that parents are the best teachers because they know their children best. Parents can teach children more skills than book knowledge like honesty and hard work, and children generally respect their parents more than their teachers. Here, the thesis is at the end of the paragraph. To introduce the topic, I wrote about the history of education in the U.S. and the debate people have had about our education system. Because I am from the U.S., I wrote about the U.S. However, you should write about your own country. Be honest and write what you know. Don't make up university studies or try to cite Dr. Chen at Beijing University. The TOEFL raters are trained to spot this type of language, and you will lose points for doing it. Now it's time to write your body paragraphs. You should realize now that after spending 10 minutes writing your intro, you may have forgotten what you wanted to say about the topic. This is why it is so important to make a quick outline. You will lose precious minutes trying to think of your major points if you don't make an outline in the first 2 or 3 minutes. Your body paragraph should begin with a proper transition in the topic sentence like "to begin" or "the first reason why I believe," and then go directly into that first reason. Don't forget to add the explanation and specific examples after your major reason. Use transitionary sentences between your body paragraphs. To write your conclusion, simply restate your thesis statement. The conclusion need only be about 1 or 2 sentences, but it must accurately restate your opinion. Now let's look at a full essay in closer detail to see all of these different parts. Starting with the introduction, you can see the introductory background information followed by the thesis statement. Notice that it is very clear that I agree that parents are the best teachers. Now let's look at a body paragraph. Notice the topic sentences here. Notice that it begins with a transition. Here is my first major reason, followed by an explanation, and then a specific example. These examples are all about my family, but they could be about my friends or other examples. The key is that they are very specific and detail a specific activity. If they are too vague, you will lose points. Look to the other paragraphs. You should notice the same things in each of them. Topic sentences with major reasons, explanations, and specific examples. Notice that in body paragraphs 2 and 3, the topic sentence is a transitionary sentence. It mentions the topic before it and leads into the next topic. Finally, the conclusion. Notice that it is introduced with the proper transition and restates my thesis. Okay, that's it for the independent writing task. Please see the website for this example and other prompts to help you practice. Good luck!